to describe it at its worst, it's just, there's not even words for it really, because it's scary. You feel scared, and you want to do anything to make it stop. The symptoms came on very quickly, and I wasn't able to use my shoulders or my elbows and my wrists were the first things that were really affected. It seems like it doesn't ever really go into remission. At times it will flare for no apparent reason, not responsive really to a lot of medications. So it's definitely been a challenge. And as well as other medical conditions I have, it seems that once you have one autoimmune disorder, your body seems to like them. So I also struggle with hypothyroidism, celiac, asthma, allergies, and polycystic ovaries. I'm a dental hygienist, and I've had patients who, they know me pretty well, and they've even said, like, today's a bad day, Rach, I can see it in your eyes. And sometimes you think you're holding it together and you got your smile on, and but it still shows through on those days when the pain is at its worst. It shows through, and it just kind of seeps into every little bit of you. There's been periods of times when it's hard to even say put your car into gear or open a car door, or maybe even just I fear opening doors often, turning a door handle or a heavy door at a store. Things like that are actually really challenging, or sometimes it's even hard to cut your own meat or to lift a glass up to your mouth. And at 31 years old, when you're in a flare and those things are hard for you to do, or even to get dressed, to ask help to do things like that is really hard. There was one night when, despite the medications that I take to try and keep my rheumatoid in check, my body still continued to flare, and I was just laying in bed, unable to sleep, just kind of writhing around in pain. And I got to the point where I got up and I said to my husband, I'm going to the hospital. And when I was there, the pain and just the inability to even use my hands was so extreme that I wasn't able to sign my name in at the hospital. They just had to tell me to try and put an X, as I was bawling because I was just ashamed that I couldn't even write my own name. I don't want others to see what I'm going through, especially those closest to me. I know that my husband and my parents and family, it's hard on them to see someone in pain. And I always think of the future and how can I contribute to my household? How can I help to pay our bills? My husband and I are both, we love being outside and being active, and so often I fear that I won't always be able to be the wife that he would dream of having and sharing his life with. And I don't want to have to be someone who's always asking for help, and in need. I want to be that one to help others. Ever since I was a little girl, all I wanted was to be a mom. And I was always the one who was babysitting and helping out in the church nursery, and that's just what I always thought I was going to be, was a mom. And I've been told by more than one rheumatologist that I would be, I think one actually used the word stupid to go off my medications to try and conceive, and others have said that I can do it, but they wouldn't advise it. And I have done it, and it's not fun. It means flares, it means problems, but any rheumatoid medication or pain relief medication is not friendly for pregnancy. You know, you're thinking of your life and how you thought it might be, and when one of the biggest things was to be a mom, and it can't happen, then that's one big thing that's really hard to deal with on a daily basis. It's hard to not feel depressed a lot of the times when you're just thinking of, what can I do to get the pain to stop? I think it's, I'm thankful that I have a support system who can help me when pain is at its worst and when I'm not able to do things, because without that, I just don't know how people could do it.